Welcome back to Backroom Convos. I'm your host with the most, Lesego M, report, aka Shoot Your Shot, and maybe you might get a chance to call me Daddy like Cairo. The song of the day is by Keenan Fox, aka what? It's by Keenan Fox, aka. You know, it has a nice rhyme to it. It's Keenan Fox, aka. You know. So he's AKA's AKA, AKA's AKA's AKA, AKA, AKA's AKA's AKA. What? Words? Just stumbled upon something. So yeah, the song of the day is by AKA Touch My Blood. This is the name of the album. It was released in 2018. The song is 5 minutes, 48 seconds long and currently sits at 4,984. Yes, 4,984 on Spotify alone. The name of the song is Star Sign. So yeah, do let me know what you think of that. I did give out my review of the first 15 minutes of the first episode of the day, which is released, which is like episode 82. Go listen to episode 82. I gave out like my thoughts around this and the Kendrick Lamar and like, the parallel between the two, similarities. Go look at that. It's very dope. It's a dope episode. Do let me know what you think about this episode we are about to have. And please do not forget to follow, like, and comment. Get a notification for each and every time we drop a new episode. Yeah, let's dive into it, man. Yeah, I did even like mention the Kanye apology for those anti-Semitic comments that he made. I did speak about that as well in the first episode. So I want to first give out a shout out to a few people. So shout out to TYLA. She's performing TYLA, not Tyler the Creator, the TYLA, our TYLA, the female TYLA. Make me sweat, make me water, our TYLA. She's performing in Coachella. So shout out to her for that. And I know last year we had Black Coffee and we had Scoop Wakatini as part of the people who were there to cheer him up. There's people, I don't remember who was the other person who was there with Coffee. I think Major Leagues was also there in support of Black Coffee, Hotman. I think they were there to show him support. DJ Fresh, I think he was also there. Not Oskido, man. Euphonic was also there. I saw some couple of pictures as well. I think he got a fair amount of people like cheering him up from South Africa. And I know that the way people were talking about it. I know Scoop spoke about that. No, Black Coffee was last year or last year. I think it was last year. And Scoop spoke about that the year before last. And he was speaking about that with Wondlemudise, and they were talking about Black Coffee and how Black Coffee gave him the ticket to that. And shout out to Scoop Makatini for that. I don't know where he is now. I know like Utasibe, we ain't got my manje. The Scoop is very enlightened about these autos of all tools, listen to the scene too. And I've always respected Scoop. He's very informed. Scoop is very informed, and it all like with him, I think it boils down to how he was raised, because how he is, I think it's because of home. And like at some point he did mention with now he can sit down and not with his father and have like conversation. I think their perspective to what people in society is about life, our ancestry, African ancestry, it's different. That's why like certain conversations or certain things they can still do as father and son, because their understanding of that element or the foundation is based on the ancestry or the information that they have about the past. And I think the father raised our Scoop with that, and him is so informed and very wise, for Scoop Wakatini. So shout out to him for that, man. And I hope he's doing well wherever he is. Shout out to Scoop Wakatini. And I hope we will hear from Scoop sometime soon. So yeah, that was to just give a pass, to Scoop. And, shout out to TYLA for the Coachella gig. And another artist that's doing well, guys, that I think we don't speak too much about, because I don't know why. You don't normally, I think the artist's name is Devin Gogo. So Devin Gogo and Kelvin Momo, I think they have the same energy, like when it comes to like, public persona. You don't get a lot of interviews from Kelvin Momo. The last interview I saw with Kelvin Momo, it was the one that I saw at Kaya FM with, I forgot the name of the host. I'm not a big radio radio, Kaya FM fan. I'm more of like the used radio, like your YFM, like the useful stations. So that is, I think it's Tabo something in Kaya FM. So me, I'm YFM, more of the youth side of things, and Metro is like a bit of both. If you can listen to YFM, you can listen to Metro, because Sammy is in Metro and he's coming from, YFM. Same applies with Vandila Hopper, who's like the user reader. He was from like YFM into Metro FM, like that you can take, okay, like this is the people who are representing radio in YFM, they're in Metro. That's why like how you consume Metro and YFM, it's still the same, because it's still the same people that are giving you the content. As far as like channels, you listen to Sebi, a huge part of your life, and when he goes the other side, you're like, yeah, I can still listen to Sebi because I've always liked Use, DJ Sebi. And even the new heads that come into YFM, you like, because of the culture that's here around youthfulness and everything, you are also a part of that as well. And when they grow to become, bigger brands, they move out, to branch out to Metro, they branch out to Kaya, they branch out wherever they are, and shout out to everybody that's done that. That's what I'm saying, Guti, I'm more YFM in Metro. So that's why I don't know the guy who was interviewing Kelvin Mom. That's the point that I wanted to get out there. So yeah. So Devin Gogo is also not too into social media, or like, but at the beginning it might have seemed that way, because I think they put out some of the tweets or like that he had in the past, and she was coming up and she was very on social media. It's just too much. But of course, I think also really I don't Devin Gogo, but then now she's like, on social media, what I'm trying to push is the brand, and personality is for people at home, and there's a lot of character, and everything you hear on social media, it's about the work that he's done. Even when he did like get a glimpse of the relationship he had with Foka, it didn't come from him. It didn't come from there or her mouth. We actually saw like the snippets from Foka mistake, and even when it ended, I think we saw it from Foka. So there's not a lot about the relationships or like the private life of Devin Gogo and Kelvin Momo. So like, because they believe so much in their brands and they want that to be represented. Same with Beyonce. I think they want what their talent to be more than their personal lives or the drama behind their lives. I think that's an approach as an artist I would take, and I think I commend anyone who's an upcoming artist to go to. That's the way to go. Don't use your dirty little secrets as, a driver to how you do certain things. It does work, but I think it takes a certain personality to be able to control that. You need to be a certain type of person to be able to withstand or to withhold that or balance the two. Or otherwise, this thing is a cash. So yeah, that's my opinion. And the reason we're talking about Devin Gogo is that he's releasing an EP. And I don't know if the date has been given now, but she's releasing an EP called Clickbait, and I'm very excited about that. I haven't listened to the entire Momo project as well. I think shout out to Oskambo, because I think Momo wanted to drop another music video or more music, and he was like, no, you should release on that, boys. We are still going through the album. We are not done. Give us time with this project, and I hope he listens to you, because that was good advice. So yeah, do let me know what you think about the upcoming album from Devin Gogo, and what are some of like the features you think will be a part of the EP, So do let me know in the comment section. Just say Gogo, and just say Gogo in your opinion. Gogo, your opinion. Gogo, your opinion. Ideally. Yeah, so I think King Charles is what I want to talk about now. King Charles, this is what I would read. This is like a feed that I got from Entertainment Tonight, which is a brand based overseas in the States. So this is what it says. I quote, King Charles III has saw a treatment for an enlarged prostate. Buckingham Palace released a statement to ET regarding the 75-year-old matriarch health. His Majesty's condition is begin. I don't know. It's begin. It's like this is the word. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Benign. I don't know how you pronounce it. And he will attend hospital next week for a corrective procedure. The statement reads as the King Charles upcoming schedule, a royal source tells ET the Majesty had a series of meetings and events planning at the Damfry House tomorrow and Friday, which are now being postponed on doctor's advice. Guests were due to travel, and so they needed people to be aware of the situation. King Charles. This is a statement that was released for people who didn't know. Do let me know. Are you a fan of King Charles? Are you glad that this is happening or this happened? Do let me know in the comments. Actually, I'm your host with the most, Lesego M. So yeah, just to cover a lot of things quick. We have 4 minutes left, so I just wanted to talk about the Premier League. Kevin De Bruyne, FIFA released stats of all-time Premier League assists. So Kevin De Bruyne, who is he's supposed to be at number 3 at this point. So the first player, Premier League assist, it's Ryan Giggs, who played for Man United. He has 162 assists alone. So there's Fabregas, who has 111 assists, and there's Wayne Rooney, 103, which also Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne is still young. He's going to beat all these guys' records. Kevin De Bruyne is also young with 103 in comparison. It's like the same stats as Rooney, and Rooney was a striker. Kevin De Bruyne is a midfielder, so he should be. I think it makes sense because Rooney is a striker and they have the same stats, so it makes sense. But as a striker, it shows that Rooney was a sharing person. He was not greedy. He didn't always want goals things. So so shout out to them for that. So for those of just saying, I started with the most, the Super M, they do a record, aka Future Shot. And maybe you might get a chance to call me Daddy, like Cairo. So Fred Lampard is the last person with 102, with 102 points, assist, rather. So Shay, shout out to Shay, the Shay Club. I think after the Kelvin Williams interview, the podcast has over 2 million subscribers and 3 million followers on Instagram. So Shannon Sharp was just giving his thank you to his fans. And one last thing I just want to touch on Diddy Kong. So Diddy is being dropped by Diageo. I think we spoke about it when we were speaking today. And they're dropping him after the lawsuit. Or they said so. And I think a part of the agreement, maybe, I don't know, because they didn't give out specifications. So Diddy withdrew the allegations about Dojo and will voluntarily dismiss his lawsuit against Dojo with prejudice. So Dojo and Mr. Combs have an ongoing business relationship, either with respect to Ciroc vodka and the tequila that Diddy owns, which Dojo now solely owns. So Diddy gave out his rights to Ciroc and the tequila that he has, the TYLA tequila. So he gave up his rights for that. So Dojo, an alcohol distributor, is now the sole owner of Ciroc and Dojo. I don't know what's going on with Diddy and everything that's happening, but it seems like everything is crumbling for Diddy. And even young MA doesn't want to even attach his name to Diddy because some of the things about Diddy were removed in one of the, I think, docs that he does or videos that he does. So it was released, they were removed. Anything that had to do with Diddy, it was removed. So yeah, one last thing to talk about on this hour. We have 1 minute remaining. It's the FIFA, the FIFA's men's coach, the best FIFA's men's coach. So we have Pep Guardiola, Diageo, we have Simon. We have Simon. It's 3 different brilliant coaches. Obviously, Pep Guardiola came out at the top with 28 points. We have Lucian in second place everywhere, and we have Simon at 11 points, scoring 11 points. So, yeah, do let me know what you think about that. So they gave out a lot of stats around coaches, around captains, around media, around fans. So those are the stats. And shout out to Pep Guardiola. I think a lot of people in fashion admire him for how he dresses. And I think he did have an interview once. Then they were asking, but who dresses you, bro? because you're always on point with everything that you dress. And he did say, it's my wife. My wife is the one who dresses me. And shout out to the wife for that, Shout out to the winners, even, the coaches, the Bruyne, and, to everybody who's listening to the podcast, please do not forget to follow, subscribe, and rate this episode to get a notification for each and every time we drop a new episode. So, yeah, I would give you a recap of this, but I think for those of you who just joined us, we're just doing 15 minutes of the second hour of the podcast. The second 15 minutes of the podcast, we're only doing 15 minutes. And if there's anything we need to touch on, we'll add on tomorrow's episode. The first episode of tomorrow, we'll add on some of the things or the comments that you have from the comment section for us. We'll just get to touch on them. So the book of the day, as I did say on the first podcast of the day, the book of the day is Healing Developmental Trauma, how any trauma affects self-regulation, self-image, and the capacity of a relationship. Do let me know what you think of that book. And currently rates 4.2 out of 5 on Goodreads, 5 out of 5 in Benny's and Noble. So do let me know if you've read this book. Do let me know what you think about the book. And maybe you'll get featured to be on the podcast to talk about the review of the book or give us a review about the book. And yeah, the book was originally published in 2012 by Lawrence TYLA and Ellen Lepore. I think that's how you call it. So do let me know what you think of the podcast again. And don't forget to follow, like, and leave a comment to get a notification for each and every time we drop an episode. I'm your host again. Let's meet tomorrow on another episode. Brilliant episode of Backroom Convos. Cheers.